I'm Skylar, I do vocals.
I'm Ty, I do guitar.
And this is 10 Questions with Cell. Cell started actually as a side project with me and some of the members of Mouth for War. They were pretty busy, so once we were starting to get like tour offers and stuff, they were unable to do it, and we had some stand-ins from our friends and like Peeling Flesh and a few other people, and then we finally solidified a lineup, and here we are now, dude. Rocking and rolling.
Most of my like voice memos on my phone are just like me like mouthing riffs in the car, and then like I'll just go home and like try to figure out what I mouth on guitar, and I just smoke a bunch of weed.
I mean, for me, like probably Significant Other by Limp Bizkit, like got into deathcore from like Pray for Plagues by Bring Me the Horizon.
Meteor, I guess. And then I Slipknot, Iowa. If there's weed.
Nice cold beer, some bud, making a performance. If it's like just there's no like sound clips or anything and like there's silence in between songs, it always kind of throws me off. Vibing the whole time, dude. Having a good time with a bunch of cool people.
You just gotta play like hard, I guess. Like people came for a show, you gotta give them a show, or just like headbang how like you've always wanted to, or some shit. Play like you want to.
Synchronized headbanging. You gotta headbang with your boys.
You gotta have long hair. You can't be bald. Can't have like short hair.
He's dogging me. Yeah. I'd say probably being away from home, for sure. It gets rough whenever you're out like for weeks and weeks on end. You obviously like are crammed in a moving box on wheels, so it's like you kind of get irritated. Everybody's hungry sometimes, you know, but you get used to it. I mean, one song that like I've always like admired like vocally with like the patterns and the melodies and stuff is Peel by Moodring. Shout out Hunter Young. That fucking song and album is amazing. So
song called Clip the Apex Accept Destruction by Dillinger Escape Plan off of like Calculating Affinity. It's like a sick ass song. Cookout
always. We're a big Sheets band. For the most part, we fuck with Wawa, but I've grown to love Sheets a little bit more personally. What is that taco spot in Arizona we always eat with them? Nile.
I have no idea what it's called.
I don't remember what it's called, but it's walking distance from the Nile in Mesa, Arizona. And
Big Papa Euro.
Yeah, we just had that earlier.
Huntsville, Alabama.
Yeah.
I grew up like listening to like anything, I guess, from like my family. My first like inspiration was like NSYNC. I don't know why. Like I was like, I want to be in a band. I like see or do this, whatever, be on TV. My first album I bought with my own money was Meteor by Linkin Park, and then I was like, I want to be in a band.
I think it was probably the first time my mom ever took me to a concert. It was Shinedown, 3 Days Grace, My Darkest Days. But I remember being like 9 years old, and I was like, I want to do that. My cousin introduced me to like deathcore and like metal and shit. It was like way heavier than what I was used to, and I was like, I want to do that. Ever since then, just been going.
Breaking Benjamin, obviously.
Fuck yeah.
And NSYNC, yeah.
Static Dress would be cool. Definitely like if Knocked Loose offered us a tour, I would fucking do that immediately. If you're really in for it, don't give up on it. It's a very tough career. You get stinky unless you're obviously like just fucking like a rock star. Just keep pushing, don't give up. Find people who have the same like motivation as you do for career path that you're pursuing, and never give in just for the fucking money.
If you want to make music, you can do it. Like you don't have to find people. I mean, it's nice to have people to play with and shit too, but like you don't have to find people to make music. Times are different. Like you can make a whole fucking record just by yourself. Do whatever you want. As long as you enjoy it, like that's all that matters. Doesn't give a fuck how many like listens or like how many people come out to a show or how much money you make. As long as like you enjoy what you're doing, then like who gives a fuck. Thank you, Lawnchair Youth, for having us.
This has been 10 Questions with Sal.